Right now, as you're watching this video, there are business owners, real business owners, doing 7 and 8 figures who have an AI agent running on a server somewhere, handling their emails, qualifying their leads, following up with their prospects, repurposing their content across every single platform, and monitoring their competitors, all while asleep. And I'm not talking about ChatGPT, I'm not talking about some cute little chatbot that writes your caption. I'm talking about a full autonomous AI agent. It actually does things in the real world. It sends email, it messages people, it fills out forms, it runs reports as well. It operates 24 hours and 7 days a week, whether your laptop is open or it's not. And the tool is called OpenClaw. It's free, it's open source, and it's already has over 200,000 developer building on it. But here's what nobody's telling you. This is not a developer tool. This is a business tool. And if you are a business owner doing above 500K a year or more, and you are not paying attention to what I'm about to show you in this video, I promise you, someone in your market is. And they are doing, and they are going to outpace you. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what OpenClaw is, and I'm going to show you 5 specific ways that business owners are using it right now to automate client acquisition, operation, and marketing. And then I'm going to walk you through step by step how to set up your first automation in under 30 minutes. So let's get right into it. All right, so let me simplify this for you, because the internet has done its usual thing of overcomplicating something that is actually very straightforward. OpenClaw is a personal AI agent. Now, notice, I didn't say chatbot, I didn't say assistant, I said agent, and the difference matters. A chatbot waits for you to type something and then responds. An agent acts on your behalf. It takes initiative, it executes tasks, it operates autonomously, and this is a complete different category of tool. So, what does that look like in practice? You connect OpenClaw to your email, your calendar, your Slack, your project management tool, whatever you use, and then you tell it what to do. Not once per task. You tell it once and it does it every single day on a schedule without you ever touching it ever again. And here's what makes it different from every other AI tool you've tried. It runs through the messaging app you already use. WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Discord. You talk to it the same way you would talk to a team member. And it talks back. It sends you updates. It asks you for approval when it needs them, and when it doesn't need your input, it just handles it. Now, the backstory on this is actually kind of insane. This was built by a guy named Peter Steinberg. He previously built and sold a software company. He made OpenClaw as essential as a side project in his late 2025. By January 2026, it went completely viral, 200,000 plus stars on GitHub, which, if you don't know, is essentially the app store for developer. And that number is unheard of. Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI, actually sent him a trademark complaint because the original name was too similar to their product. So it got rebranded, and then in February, the creator joined OpenAI and the whole project moved to a community-run open source foundation. But here's the part that mattered to you as a business owner. Every other AI tool you've used is reactive. You open it, you use it, you close the tab, and it's done. OpenClaw is proactive. It runs in the background and it has a memory. It remembers your preferences, your previous conversation, your context. And it executes whether you are at a desk or on a flight to Dubai. And that is the fundamental difference. And that's why this matters. Now look, if you go online and you search for OpenClaw use cases, you're going to find people using it to control their smart light, get recipe suggestion, organize their to-do list. That's cute. That's not what we're here for. I want to show you 5 automation that are actually relevant if you run a real business. These are automation that replace tasks you are currently paying someone to do, or burning hours doing yourself. Let's get into it. Number 1, the morning briefing that replaces your virtual assistant. This is the gateway drug. This is the one that hooks everybody. Here's what happens. You connect OpenClaw to your Gmail, your Google Calendar, and whatever project management tool you're using. Asana, ClickUp, it doesn't matter. You set a cron job, which is just a fancy word of a scheduled task, to run every single morning at 7 a.m. And every single morning, before you even open your eyes, this thing has read every unread email in your inbox, categorize them by priority, and draft responses for your routine ones. Flagged anything that actually needs your brain, pulled your calendar for the days, cross-referenced it with your task list, and compiled it into one clean message that gets sent to your WhatsApp. So you wake up, you grab your phone, and instead of 47 unread email and that thinking feeling of overwhelm, you get one message. Here what matters today, here what I've already handled, and here's what needs your decision done. Now think about this. If you're doing 500K or more per year, you are drowning in communication. This is a fact. This one automation alone saves you conversationally 45 minutes or an hour every single morning. That's 5 hours a week, that's 250 hours a year. That's over 6 working weeks that you are getting back just from not manually sorting through your inbox. The math on this is stupid. It's a no-brainer. This one is going to make some of you very uncomfortable in a good way. You set OpenClaw on a schedule to run at 1 a.m. every night. While you're sleeping, it goes through your new Twitter followers, your new Instagram followers, your LinkedIn connects, and for every single person, it checks. Do they have a business in their bio? What do they do? What's their website? Do they match your ideal client profile? And if they do, it drafts a personalized DM, not a template, not some spray and pray garbage that's going to get you blocked. A real research message based on what that person actually does, what they're posting about, and how you could potentially help them. Now, let me be very clear here. I'm not saying you should fully automate your DMs and let AI blast messages to people. If you've watched any of my content, you know I believe sales is a quality game, not a volume game. But what if every morning when you wake up, there's were 10 pre-written DMs sitting there, already researched, already personalized, and all you had to do was review them and hit send on those? That's not automation replacing the human touch. That's automation removing the friction so you can actually do the thing you know you should be doing but never get around to. Because let's be real, how many of you should be sending 10 to 15 outreach messages a day and you're sending 0? How many of you have said, I'll start doing cold outreach next week? For the last 6 months, this fixes that. You're not going from 0 to 100, you're going from 0 to 10, and you're doing it every day because AI already did the part for you. If you are creating content, and at this point, if you're not, I genuinely don't know what to tell you. This automation will change your life. Here's how it works. You record one YouTube video, just one. You drop the transcript into OpenClaw, and it automatically generates a LinkedIn post pulling the strongest insight from the video. 3 tweets, each with a different angle, and email newsletter drafting summarizing the key takeaway. An Instagram carousel as well, copy broken down side by side, and a short form script for a reel or a TikTok. All of it formatted, all of it in your voice because you've already trained it on your previous content. All of this is sitting there waiting for you to review, tweak if you need, and post. I've been saying for a long time, now that you need to be posting every single day across multiple platforms, 1 LinkedIn post, 2 to 3 tweets, 1 reel, 1 newsletter a week, and the number one thing I hear back is, I don't have time, I don't have a team for that. Cool, now you do. This thing is your content team. You spend 1 day filming, and OpenClaw handles the entire distribution layer for you. You go from creating 1 piece of content to having 15 to 20 pieces going across every single day on every single channel. And you're not spending a single extra hour doing it. Number 4. This one is massively underrated and almost nobody's doing it, which means right now it's a competitive advantage. You set OpenClaw to monitor Twitter, Reddit, LinkedIn, industry forum, anywhere your market is talking. Every hour it scans for mentions of your brand, your competitor's brand, and key industry terms. It analyzes the sentiment, it filters out the noise, and it only alerts you to conversation that actually matters. So If someone's complaining about a competitor on Twitter, you know about it within the hour. And someone in Reddit thread is asking for exactly the type of service you offer, you're there first with thoughtful response, while your competitor is still asleep. If someone mentions your brand negatively, you're on it in minutes, not 3 days later when the damage has been already made. And for competitive intelligence, you can have it track what your top 3 competitors are posting, what's getting engagement, what offers they're running, what messaging they're testing. Weekly summaries delivered to your phone. You are now the most informed operator in your entire market and cost you zero effort after the initial setup. That is infrastructure. That is how real businesses operate. And this last one is specifically for anyone running a service-based business or an agency. So listen up. A new client signs, the moment the deal is marked as closed in your CRM, a Zapier webhook fires open clause kicks in. It creates the client project folder in your system. It sends the welcome email sequence. It generates and sends the onboarding questionnaire. It schedules as well the kickoff call based on your available calendar slot. It creates all the initiative tasks in your project management tool. And it sends you a confirmation message on WhatsApp saying everything is set up. Here's the summary. That entire workflow, which right now takes your ops person or your VA 30 to 45 minutes per client, and where things get missed all the time, is now done in seconds. Every time, perfectly, no missed steps. And here's the thing that most people don't realize about scaling a business. The bottleneck is almost never getting more clients. The bottleneck is handling the ones you have efficiently enough that you can actually take on more without everything falling apart. This solves that. This is the operational leverage. Now I'm going to level with you here because I would be doing you a disservice if I just sat here and told you this is some magic plug and play solution. And it's not. And anyone who tells you it is lying to you. If you are not technical, and look, most business owners aren't, which is fine. The initial setup has a learning curve. You need a server or computer that stays on 24/7. You need API keys for whatever AI model you want to use, Claude, GPT, whatever. You need to spend a few hours actually configuring the workflow for your specific business. This is not download an app and you're done in 5 minutes. Let me be straight about that. Security is also something you need to take seriously, and I mean seriously. You are giving this tool access to your Gmail, your calendar, your messages, your CRM as well. If you don't configure the permission correctly, you're exposed. Security researchers found tens of thousands of improperly secured installations earlier this year. Do not be one of them. If you're not comfortable setting this up, go on Upwork, find a developer, pay them a few $100s to configure it properly. That is money well spent. Don't be cheap about security. And the last thing I'll say on this, do not try to automate everything on day one. I know that's tempting. I know you're watching this thinking, I'm going to set up all 5 of these tonight. Don't, just pick one. Get it running reliably, understand how it works, then add the second one, then the third one. The people who are getting the most value out of this are running 2 or 3 automation really well, not 15 half-broken ones that they set up at 2 a.m. and never checked again. Alright, so here's exactly what I would do if I were starting from zero today, step by step, no fluff. Go to opencloud.ai or their GitHub page, I'll link it in the description. If you're on a Mac, there's a straightforward installer. If you're on anything else, you're going to use Docker, which sounds intimidating, but the documentation walks you through it, and honestly, it's not that hard. The Discord community is extremely active, and if you get stuck, someone will help you within hours. Connected to one messaging platform. I would start with Telegram. It's the easiest to set up. You create a bot through something called BotFather. You plug in the token, and within minutes, you are literally chatting with your AI agent in Telegram. Conversations, the morning briefing. This is your first automation, and it's the one that's going to hook you. Connect your Gmail, connect your Google Calendar, set the cron job for 7 a.m. The whole thing takes about 20 minutes, and the first morning you wake up to a perfect organized summary of your entire day, you will not go back. I promise you on that. Once you're comfortable and you understand how the system works, go browse ClawHub. That's the community skill registry. There's over 5,000 pre-built skills you can install: content repurposing, CRM integration, social monitoring, email sequences. Chances are someone has already built exactly what you need. You just install it and configure it in your business. If you are not technical and you don't want to become technical, that is completely fine. Hire someone. A decent freelancer can set this entire thing up for you in a day for just like a couple $100. Now, compare that to $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 every single month you're currently paying a virtual assistant to do the same exact tasks. Let me zoom out for a second, because I think people are missing the big picture here. We are at an inflection point, and I don't use that word lightly. 2026 is the year that AI agents go from being a novelty, something people play with on the weekend, to being genuine business infrastructure. The same way that email became infrastructure, the same way that Slack became infrastructure, the same way that a CRM became infrastructure, AI agents are the next layer. And the business owners who figure out how to integrate them now, not in 6 months, not next year, right now, are going to have a structural advantage that compounds every single week. Just think about it. If your competitor is still manually checking their inbox every single day and manually clarifying leads, manually repurposing their content, manually monitoring what's happening in the market, and you have AI handling all of that while you focus on strategy, relationships, closing the deal, and the work that actually moves the needle forward, who wins? And let me be clear about something. This is not about replacing people. I'm not sitting here telling you to fire your team. This is about replacing the repetitive, low-leverage tasks. They are eating your time and keeping you trapped in the day-to-day operation of your business when you should be operating at a higher level. The best businesses in the world are not built by founders who spend their mornings rooting through their emails. They are built by founders who have the mental space to think, to create, to lead, to make the decision that actually matters. And that space doesn't come from working harder, from building systems that handles the noise for you. That is what these tools give you. This is why it matters. If you find this valuable, do me a favor and subscribe. I'm going deep on AI and marketing tools for business owners throughout 2026. Not the hype, not the theory, the actual tools and systems that are making a real difference for founders and operators right now.